Welcome, this is Bob Lombardo and Corey Hall with Lacrosse Fire TV. We are coming to you live from Markham Field at Mill Creek High School in Hoskins, Georgia, where tonight we have the Peachtree Ridge Lions facing off against the Mill Creek Hawks. The coach for the Mill Creek team is Bo Adams. He's been with them. He's their head coach and been with them since the start of their program. Mill Creek comes in with a record of 6-2. They're ranked, according to Lax Power, 15th, and they have scored 70 goals and allowed 61.
Peachtree Ridge tonight, led by Coach Derek Tiller, sitting at 2-4 on the season with 47 goals scored and 70 goals allowed.
As we look down on the field, we can see the players taking position for the face-off. And beautiful evening for lacrosse, and we're looking forward to a real good contest.
Face-off, one forward by Mill Creek. Number 16, Andy Malver.
Looked like the ball was tipped out of bounds on the face, so Mill Creek, Peachtree Ridge takes it over. And we just...
Looks like a throwaway. Turnover, number 15, Chris Dominguez. Mill Creek ball. Scoop ground ball, number 4, Mark Lovely, carrying it up the field. Stepped out of bounds right before he could get rid of it.
A little sloppy play here to start the action. I think both teams are a little keyed up for this contest. Big contest in their area, and we'll see what happens as they settle down.
Mill Creek working the ball around the perimeter.
It's going to be interesting to see if Mill Creek's key players can control their end at the offense. Peachtree Ridge defense has been playing fairly well, and they're getting better, it seems, each week. It was a nice takeaway by Clayton Bryant.
Clearing up the field, 38, Clayton Bryant knocked down as he passes it. Ball's down, there's a flag on the field.
I didn't catch who that was on. We'll see in a minute as the referee goes over to the box. Apparently it's on Mill Creek. We haven't an indication as to what the penalty was. Or maybe... Well...
So Peachtree Ridge man up, working the ball around, being patient. Kicking that ball through X. And up top. Shot, number 1, Matthew Roush wide. Backed up by Peachtree Ridge. Staying blue ball. Picked up by number 6, Carter Wynn. Working that ball behind the goal. Skip up top, shot, scored, blue, number 20, Payne Durham.
Payne Durham, yeah, he's a sophomore, been playing very well this year. He is actually one of the Peachtree Ridge key players of the game, which we will mention in a little while.
That'll be his 14th goal of the season, putting Peachtree Ridge Lions up 1-0. So we got a face-off here, number 3, Sean Connolly versus number 16, Andy Malver. Andy wins it backwards to himself.
Andy's been having a good season. He's 51% on his face-offs. He's won 68 and lost 66. And we always talk about how face-offs are key because every win is a possession. So it's just like a ground ball. The more you possess, more opportunities to score.
Caleb Merrow carrying it behind, pushing for Max. Rolling, turning the corner, shot. Missed, back ground ball chased down by Peachtree Ridge. Scooped up and given back to the goalie.
That was Sean Conley picking up that ground ball. He's one of their ground ball leaders. You can see why. He hustles for ground balls, and that's a big part of this.
Mill Creek grabs possession, carries it back down to their offensive side of the field, slowing the game down as they sub some middies off. Sweep across the field, Mill Creek carried right in front of the goal. Shot, scored, 45. Noah Miller tying the game up 1-1 here with 8 minutes and 29 seconds left in the first quarter.
Actually, that's Noah Miller's first goal of the year.
Looks like Peachtree Ridge is sending out a new player to the X.
It's Quinn Desura, I think.
Quinn Desura. Try to see if he can take this one away from Andy Malver. He's pretty hot right now. Ground ball scrap picked up. Quinn tossed right over to Mill Creek. Grabs it out of the air. 2-4 Jeremy Kahn. Gets a touch in his offensive side of the field. Mill Creek skips across the crease. Shot saved.
That was a nice save by the goalie, Clayton Sneathen. Oh.
Mill Creek quickly recovers the ball right back. Being patient now as they work the ball around the perimeter. Jeremy Kahn dodges downhill, left side, switches back, righty shot, scored.
Nice.
Jeremy Kahn.
Nice play.
2-4, that's his 17th goal of the season. Putting Mill Creek up 2-1.
That was a nice play. He just ran by the initial defender and then switched hands and put it in the cage. Nothing too fancy on that goal.
Tell you what, right now, Mill Creek winning all 3 faceoffs. That's pretty key for them as far as possession time is going this game. See if Andy can win another one here. Yep, he does. To himself, forward, kicks the ball out.
Yeah, Peachtree Ridge needs to start winning some faceoffs because, you know, that's possessions in a game like this are going to be precious things, and they can't afford to lose faceoffs. We'll see if Peachtree Ridge has an answer for those 2 unanswered goals.
Noah Miller carrying the ball back behind the cage. Kicking the ball out to the wing, to the crease. Eddie Greco shot, scored, top corner. Puts Mill Creek up 3-1.
Eddie Greco just slipped open on the crease. Nothing fancy.
Eddie Greco, that's 19 goals for the season.
He just slipped down, got in behind his defender, and was on the doorstep. Can't get any easier than that. And at this point, Peachtree Ridge needs to
they're going to need to find an answer for those face-offs, I'll tell you what, right now.
That's the truth.
Put out Quinn DeZora on the face for Peachtree Ridge. Ground ball scooped up by Mill Creek, thrown into the dirt. Peachtree Ridge scoops it up.
An opportunity for the Peachtree Ridge Lions to get the ball, but now they're going to
double team Mill Creek.
Double teamed.
Ball's on the ground. Mill Creek scoops it, carrying it up into their offensive side of the field. It's a touch in the box. Sends it back behind the cage as they work it around. Sub a couple guys off the field. Oh, Eddie Greco dodging in transition. It's his second goal of the night. Putting one home for Mill Creek, sending them up 4-1.
Right now, Peachtree Ridge just needs to settle down. You know, I don't know what's going through their minds right now, but they just need to settle down and clamp down on their offensive men and you know, play a little tougher defense and get the ball in the offensive end. So far, they've only really had one possession.
Face-off win for Peachtree Ridge. Carried down the field by Chris Dominguez. Shot, goal.
That's Chris Dominguez. He's a sophomore. He's a hustler. And that is his, I believe, 6th goal of the season.
And they break the losing streak for face-offs with a win there, and it turns into a goal for Peachtree Ridge, making the game 4-2.
And that goal came at 5:54 in the first quarter. And the big thing about that, it came right off a face-off.
Ground ball picked up off the face.
Nice
shot.
Nice stop.
Saved. Ball's out. Chased down by Mill Creek. They'll back it up. They'll pick it up. Have possession here.
Now, Peachtree Ridge seems to be pressing out a little on defense. Maybe that might be the answer.
Shot, goal. Number 6, Bailey Williams.
Bailey Williams, yeah. That's his 17th goal of the season.
Lefty snipe. Puts Mill Creek up 5-2 with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter.
Let's see what happens on this face-off. So far, they've won 2 face-offs, Peachtree Ridge, and came away with a goal on the second face-off win. Statistically, these two are matched up pretty good, DeZora and, well, that might be Conley. Oh, that is Conley. But DeZora and Olivier are pretty evenly on as far as stats go. But
Mill Creek scoops the loose ball up off the ground. Tough pass into the dirt. It's another ground ball battle here. Mill Creek coming up with a clean.
Mill Creek was they're hustling on ground balls right now.
And the ball's turned over to Peachtree Ridge.
I think that was failure to advance.
Failure to advance.
For you unschooled in lacrosse, you have 20 seconds once you gain possession to get the ball into your offensive end, which is the box, which you can see the blue square around the goal. And when you don't do that, the ball gets turned over.
Clayton Sneathen with a bullet pass through the middle. Tough to handle as his guy receiving the ball's hands are checked. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Mill Creek ball. They're going to have a chance to clear it here. As they do, they pass it off and get the ball over to their side of the field.
Oh, that's going to be going to Peachtree Ridge. That's an
So
over
that's
and
an
back.
over and back. Payne Durham picks up the ball, scoops it, throws it over the cage. Passed. Ball goes out of bounds.
Again, that's a new rule this year in GHSA high school lacrosse. Offensively, if you make a pass and you get it across the midfield line and the defensive player hadn't touched the ball, it goes over to the defense.
Mill Creek clearing the ball, carrying it downfield, slowing the game down a little bit here.
These teams have a long history of playing against one another. They've been in the Peachtree Ridge is one of the earlier teams in GHSA, but Mill Creek came on, I believe, in the second year that Gwinnett County had GHSA high school lacrosse.
Jeremy Kahn with a shot. Kendall Shaw took a hit pretty hard right there. He's going to step off the field. It's going to remain Mill Creek ball.
Kendall Shaw is a good hustling pole, long stick midi. Does a good job for Peachtree Ridge. Got good feet. He's a basketball player, and it shows on the lacrosse field.
Peachtree Ridge overplaying to the side. Pass through the crease, batted down. Mill Creek comes up with the ground ball at X. Eddie Greco being pressured out pretty far. Ground ball. Peachtree Ridge scooped up. Zoo turns back. Looks like he's going to use his goalie. Got a timeout called by Peachtree Ridge.
Crossfire TV broadcast is brought to you by Lace Up with Lax, ending homelessness one step at a time. CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. A Joke for Lax, the Andrew Oswald Memorial Fund, and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine, dedicated to all better.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Welcome back to Markham Field at Mill Creek High School, where we're watching a good contest between Peachtree Ridge Lions and the Mill Creek Hawks. The score currently stands at 5-2 at 3:06 in the first quarter. Right now we're going to go to the key players for Mill Creek, and there are scorers. Bailey Williams has 17 goals, 12 assists, 28 points, and 11 ground balls. Eddie Greco is a senior. He's at 18 goals, 7 assists, 25 points, and 16 ground balls. And Jeremy Kahn, another senior, 16 goals, 3 assists for 19 points, 27 ground balls, which is impressive for a guy that scores goals.
Peachtree Ridge quickly turns the ball over in their offensive side of the field. Mill Creek scoops up a ground ball, clearing it out, getting it to their offensive side of the field. Getting a touch in the box and subbing on some new middies.
We'll see what defensive coordinator Pat Luckhurst had to say to his defense at that timeout.
Well, it wasn't enough to stop Mill Creek number 6. Bailey Williams with another goal.
Another goal by Williams.
Puts Mill Creek up 6-2, 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first quarter. And Bailey Williams is having a night on that lefty side, able to get around his guy and really free his hands and find the back of the net.
Well, now you know why Bailey Williams, one of the key players, gets his hands free, let it rip, and that's the result.
All right, face-off is underway. Andy wins the clamp. The ground ball's still down. Peachtree Ridge with a botched ground ball. No one can pick it up.
Nobody wants that ball.
Looks like it's going to be out on Peachtree Ridge, out on Mill Creek, going Peachtree Ridge.
Sean Conley.
Number 3, Sean Connolly carries it. Looks like he's just going to try to run through. Drops the ball down. 38, Clayton Bryant with pickup, carrying it over the midfield. Looks like Peachtree Ridge is off sides right now. Sean Connolly ran over. Little miscommunication there for the Peachtree Ridge Lions. Mill Creek pushes it real quickly off the whistle. Eddie Greco down to the crease. Shot scored. Mill Creek is at number
Can't see that number.
1. Colton Eubanks, attack senior. That's his 5th goal of the season. Way to push that ball real quickly off the whistle for Mill Creek. Take advantage of the Peachtree Ridge Lions with their palms up a little bit after that whistle.
They got to come up with more ground balls, Peachtree Ridge, if they want to stay in this ball game.
Take advantage of the possessions that they're given.
That's right, and they get it and they lose it, and Mill Creek comes right back at you.
And they won another one, Mill Creek with the ball, moving it into their offensive side of the field. Ball's moved back behind the goal. Jeremy Kahn dodging hard to his left, splits back right, looks up, step down, shot wide, backed up by Mill Creek.
Clayton Sneathen being active in the cage for Peachtree Ridge.
I have a feeling he's going to see a lot of action tonight.
Yeah.
Clayton with some big checks. Mill Creek gets the pass off. Mill Creek backs it up towards the midfield for a dodge downhill. Sweeping over, righty alley. Thrown to the crease, shot, scored.
Who's that?
Number 6, Bailey Williams.
Bailey Williams having himself a night so far with 3 goals. And that goal came at 50 seconds left in the first quarter, and the score stands at 8-2. Peachtree Ridge has definitely got to pick it up, or this game could get out of hand very quickly.
We keep mentioning it, but all these extra possessions off the face-off are really helping Mill Creek take advantage and really kind of push this lead even further. Another ground ball, another face-off win for Mill Creek.
You know, I've been trying to stay up with them, and I apologize. I kind of lost track. But I can tell you this, to my knowledge, I think Peachtree Ridge has 2. So, once again, those face-offs, like you're saying, Corey, are very important for possessions and to get some kind of offense generated. The slides are coming for Peachtree Ridge, but just a little bit too late, it seems. They need to be a step quicker.
Shot over the top of the goal, a little bit of a wild shot, backed up by Mill Creek.
Did Greco take that? Was that Greco? That was whoever shot that broke the Peachtree Ridge guy's ankles. He was laid out on the grass.
So that's the end of the quarter here, with Mill Creek up over Peachtree Ridge, 8-2.
got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Welcome back to Markham Field here at Mill Creek High School, where we're going to begin the second quarter. The score stands at 8-2. Corey's going to introduce some key players for Peachtree Ridge.
So let's take a look at Matt Roush here, committed to Virginia Wesleyan. Great team in the ODAC. Great that he'll be representing Gwinnett County up there. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists on the season. Just a big middie. Good dodging and good defense as well. And then we have Grant Otler with a verbal commit to Ferrum, another great program, representing Gwinnett County up there as well.
I tell you what, this is a very young Peachtree Ridge Lions team. We have 3 seniors, I believe, maybe 4. And, you know, experience-wise, they're learning on the job right now.
Well, nothing new as Peachtree Ridge doesn't come up with the ground ball, the face-off. Mill Creek with another possession. Mill Creek working the ball as they get some fresh offensive middies on the field. Dodge from X, pushed, back pipe shot, missed. Ball's headed out of bounds. Mill Creek back with the backup. It'll be Mill Creek ball.
Seems like Peachtree Ridge's defense is getting a little over-anxious now. Last time the defender ran out and it just overplayed the Mill Creek player with the ball, and he just had an easy feed to the crease.
Shot wide by Mill Creek, backed up. And they'll bring it in from X.
Some stoppage of play. I don't know why.
Well, we got a whistle, but it's going to stay with Mill Creek. Ball kicked up to the middle of the field. Alex Lawford dodging down the righty side. Kicking it back through X. Mill Creek really working that ball. Passing in the crease. Shot wide, backed up by Mill Creek.
Not doing anything really fancy, Mill Creek. They're just passing and catching, getting their hands free, and shooting.
That guy on the crease is finding his way to get his hands free for some looks and some easy little turn shots.
You know, it's interesting when guys play on the crease, they think when they're a yard or 2 near them, they think they're covering them, but these guys on the crease are good ball players. They handle the ball well, and they get the shot off quick.
Got a little bit of a scrum. Mill Creek coming up with the ground ball. Huge tonight. They've been all over the ball on the carpet.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't keep ground ball stats up here. It's just too much to keep up with, but I'd say the edge is definitely Mill Creek.
Shot, goal, Mill Creek.
Again, nothing fancy. Just took his man to the cage and took a shot.
It's number 6, Bailey Williams again.
Bailey Williams.
Having himself a night, putting Mill Creek up 9-2 against Peachtree Ridge.
That puts him up around 20 goals for the season.
Tell you what, having a nice, pure left-handed attackman is really an advantage here at the high school level here in Georgia. Able to take his guy and really turn topside and get a lot of nice lefty looks.
And it's interesting you say that because it's like playing a left-handed tennis player. You're not used to it as a defender, and you forget the guy's good lefty. You mostly play righties, and you give him that left side too easily, and boom. Williams will make you pay for it.
Mill Creek with another face-off win and a ground ball. Slowing down as they sub Andy off.
Mill Creek runs a pretty deliberate offense. They don't get excited. They just kind of have a nice tempo to it. Move the ball.
They take their time, really find the right look.
And
if it's not there, they're pretty good about backing it out and reworking that system.
Clayton Bryant did a good job there on the crease. He got right on top of that guy and forced him to pass the ball instead of shooting.
Oh, pass mishandled. Mill Creek will come back up with it. Well, dodge, lefty shot saved. Clayton Sneven. He's going to get his own ground ball off his rebound. Carrying up the sideline. Looking up for someone to throw to. Pass over the middle field, right to the Mill Creek player. Shot bounced over the goal. Nice. Backed up by we'll see who. Looks like Peachtree Ridge came up with that backup.
Mark Lovely.
Mark Lovely.
Did a nice job in the goal for Sneven there. I think he had a kick save.
Moving the ball up the field. Peachtree Ridge carrying it over to the midfield line.
Brenton Norton carrying the
ball. Pushing it
off
to Brenton. We got a Mill Creek player down. Yep, there's the whistles. Stop play.
We'll give you his number as soon as we can get it. We didn't see really what happened. His number
11, Connor Whitmore.
He's a junior long stick midi for Mill Creek. We hope he's all right. So here we are at 8:12 in the second quarter. It's 9-2. Quick scoring rundown. Peachtree Ridge opened the game with the first goal. Mill Creek came with the next 4 goals. Peachtree Ridge answered with their second goal by Chris Dominguez. Then Mill Creek scored their 7th, 8th, and 9th and 10th goal of the first quarter. And then they opened up the second quarter with a goal again by Williams.
Been seeing a lot of Mill Creek's offense tonight. Peachtree Ridge looking to get the ball into their better stick handlers on the attack. You got Brenton, Carter, and Payne with several points on the season, just waiting, hungry to get the ball back.
It gets a little frustrating, too, because the offense knows they can move the ball and score goals, but when you don't possess, you're just like watching a movie. You're not involved. You're just sitting there watching.
Absolutely.
And you played attack, Corey. You know how it is when you sit at that end.
It's frustrating. There's nothing you can do about it. But
yep. Corey, so played at Berry. We're going to have to admit it. He's a Peachtree Ridge guy. But he did come play at Berry College where he was an all-conference player. I actually coached Corey. And then he went and got some good coaching and became a great college player.
Mill Creek dodging down, scooping up their own ground ball. Number 2. Eddie Greco dodging hard behind the cage. Roll back. There's a flag on the field. Keeps it, skips it across the crease. Shot blocked. Big save on the doorstep for Clayton Sneven. Just probably frustrated. It's going to come right back at him with the flag on the field. Mill Creek will get the ball back with a man advantage.
Yeah, Izu is how do I say his last name? Jeez. Onyekachi got a little excited there and almost put him in the bleachers. So we'll just stick to Izu. Kind of like we call Johnny V over at Lambert. It's D. Virgilio.
All right, let's see what Mill Creek has for a man up here. They work the ball around the perimeter. Got a guy popping off the crease. Shot, sidearm, wide. Backed up by Mill Creek. Looks like one of those shots I used to get yelled at by Bob for taking. Eddie Greco picks it up, moves the ball in.
I only yelled at you when it didn't go in. But that one went in.
Eddie Greco,
Eddie
shot
Greco.
hitting the top corner, putting Mill Creek up 10-2. Converting on the man-up opportunity. Man, when you're Peachtree Ridge and you're struggling this much on defense, it sure doesn't help to go man down. I'll tell you that, right?
No, not at all. And now Peachtree Ridge is getting threatened. You know, if they can't start stemming the tide, we're going to be in a running clock in the second half. And nobody wants to see that.
All right, we got another face-off here. Ball's on the ground.
Pick it up. We're going to.
Peachtree Ridge scooping the ball up, trying to get away. Passing, and that's another face-off win for Peachtree Ridge.
Put that in the book.
One of 2 or 3 for the night. Huge for them. Maybe they found some way to turn it around at the X.
First time we're going to see their offense just possess and run their offense. So let's see what they come up with.
Matt Roush, that commit to Valdez that we mentioned a little earlier, carrying it back to X. Just stocky midi, good hard dodger. Looking to turn the corner, shot or pass. Mishandled by Peachtree Ridge. Ball's on the ground in front of the net. Being popped around. Peachtree Ridge is going to come up with the ground ball. Brenton Norton. Passed over the 27. Parker Holstein moves it back to X. Matt Roush again. Looks like he's going to do another redodge here. Carrying it around the right side. And they're really liking that jam the crease look. And I'll tell you what, it's not working for them.
A little push in the back, it looked like.
Mill Creek is really bringing those sticks down, making that look pretty difficult.
There was a push in the back, so the Ridge will retain possession. This is the longest they had the ball in their end. Interesting, they bring Chris Dominguez, a short stick midi, back behind the cage.
They're really liking the invert here today. Don't know if they like that matchup with Chris on a pole, though, behind.
I was just going to say, that's the tough matchup.
Parker Holstein pass at Matt Roush's feet. It's going to be tough for him to handle. It's going to go out of bounds. Mill Creek ball.
You know, it's a story of not getting enough face-offs and unforced errors. And
Mill Creek with a ball lobbed over the middle of the field. Slowed down. Pass inside of the crease. Shot right in the turf. Bounce over the goal. Backed up by Eddie Greco. It's going to stay Mill Creek ball. Yeah, exactly. With Peachtree Ridge not winning enough face-offs, they need to really just cherish every possession they can get.
And you know what happens, I think, to any team, you know, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 10-2, and you start pressing, and then everything stiffens up, and the ball's in the dirt over the head, and
it's really
they got to take a breath and relax and just play.
Absolutely.
You only can score 1 goal at a time. And there we go. And that's going to be...
Peachtree Ridge tries to come up with the wild pass. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Mill Creek ball again.
But I will credit Mill Creek for their ride is aggressive, and they're not giving anything up.
Well, absolutely, and they're probably clearing close to 100% tonight.
Right.
Which is that's huge, and two failed clears, that's usually equals a goal for the other team. It's
and
kind of
as you're saying that, they just cleared the ball again.
Yeah, kind of a stat I like to say.
Well,
split down the righty alley, shot bounced into the turf again. Over the goal, Mill Creek's going to back it up.
Again, Mill Creek isn't doing anything fancy. Either they're dodging down the alley or they're feeding the crease. It's nothing.
Some of their last few shots have been kind of denting the turf a little bit. Sidearm from deep. Referee saying it did go in. He's going to call it a goal. That was a big shot for Mill Creek right there.
I think it was number 24.
Jeremy Kahn putting Mill Creek up 11-2 with 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second quarter here tonight.
I've said it once, I said it twice. Peachtree Ridge has got to get going. They got to make something happen. They got to find an answer because this game is going to get way out of hand if they don't. You have Sean Conley on one wing, Grant Ortler on the other.
Andy with a quick win of the face-off, Mill Creek. Getting a little bit of make-it-take-it action here. That'll sting for Peachtree Ridge as they just get scored on. Really nice shot, and now it's coming right back at them. Kind of on par for tonight. Quinn with a matchup behind the goal. Shot, pipe, caught by Mill Creek. Good hands. Pass over to Eddie Greco. I don't think he could handle it. Here it's out of bounds. It's going to be Peachtree Ridge ball.
That was one of the few unforced errors by Mill Creek. Let's see if Peachtree Ridge will take advantage.
Clayton Bryant looking over to use his goalie. Go Izu running up the field, drop, but it's going to be scooped up by Peachtree Ridge, running through traffic. Got Dominguez here picking up the ball and settling it down.
Dominguez has got some really quick feet, and I wouldn't be surprised if he takes his man to the goal.
Well, it looks like they're going to send him back to X for a little bit of an invert game. Kind of seems to be their strategy for tonight is to take these short sticks back behind the goal and really look for some feeds. Peachtree Ridge, another throw away.
They're not handling the ball right now.
It's going to be over and back.
Cost them.
Yeah, Mill Creek's going to slow down what could have been a quick transition.
.147 left in the half. 11-2, Peachtree Ridge. Watching this on Lacrosse Fire TV.
Good slide there by Mark Lovely with a takeaway.
And you know what I liked about that slide? Mark came with a little body, not just a stick, and that was the difference. Sometimes these guys slide, and not. When I say these guys, I don't mean Peachtree Ridge, but I mean defensemen, and they just swing a stick. It's my wife wants to know why I'm not home for dinner.
Shot with not much of an angle. Eddie Greco with some great placement there as he puts it right up against the pipe, squeezes it in there to send them up by 10 with 1 minute and 1 second left in the second quarter. It's 12-2. I mean, just a sliver of an angle there.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little shocked. I thought this was going to be a closer ball game. I know it's not over, but I figured the first half would be a tighter game. Peachtree Ridge has got to get it together at halftime and figure out what they need to do to put some goals in the net.
Andy with another face-off for Mill Creek. Mill Creek probably get one more really good possession here. Oh. Ball's down. Still being popped around the air, being juggled a little bit.
Everyone's flicking at the ball. Nobody's catching it or raking it.
It's kicked out by Mill Creek. It's going to go Peachtree Ridge. Ball as they go back, use their goalie, Clayton. We got 23 seconds left in the game. Or in the half, excuse me.
Don't really know who that was to.
Just launched up to the middle of the field. Peachtree Ridge comes up with it. Shot wide. One-on-one with the goalie. Carter sends it wide. Peachtree is going to pick it back up.
It's Carter Wynn, number 6, taking that shot.
5, 4, 3. There's a whistle saying he didn't blow the whistle to start the game.
3 seconds left in the half.
Looks like he's just going to try to send a bullet into the crease here. They put 12 seconds back on the clock. Oh, jammed up.
Good defensive
Mill
play.
Creek with a great poke check.
That should end the half. Yep.
Scoops the ground ball.
Well, that's the half, ladies and gentlemen. 12-2, Mill Creek over Peachtree Ridge at Markham Field at Mill Creek High School. And we're going to roll out of here. This is the Crossfire TV, and we'll catch you on the second half.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
This Lacrosse Fire TV broadcast is brought to you by Lace Up with Lax, ending homelessness one step at a time. CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. A Joke for Lax, the Andrew Oswald Memorial Fund, and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine, dedicated to all better.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching, getting ready to watch the second half of the Mill Creek Peachtree Ridge lacrosse game here at Markham Field at Mill Creek High School, where the score stands 12-2. Right now, Peachtree Ridge has to find an answer. They haven't possessed the ball a whole lot. They've had a few shots on goal. They've scored 2 goals. But Mill Creek, to their credit, has been dominating. They've moved the ball well on offense. They've been picking up majority of ground balls, and their face-off men are doing a real good job winning possessions. So
yeah, and Andy just is dominating at the face-off X today, really giving Mill Creek tons more possessions, and Peachtree Ridge just doesn't seem to be handling it when they do get their chances.
They need to settle down. All right, I'm going to tell you, I am one of the coaches over there, so I see these guys practice, and I've seen them, you know, they're better than they're showing. I don't know if it's a little bit of nerves because they are a young team, but I expect them to, you know, they won't quit, I can tell you that, but they need to just handle the ball a little better and start taking some shots and maybe climb back into this.
Like I said a little earlier, it's a little tough when your top 3 probably best stick handlers are on the attack and they really can't get their hands on the ball when Mill Creek's possessing it all game. It's really the midfielders for Peachtree Ridge are really gonna have to dial it up and try to get some possessions here.
Right now, the wing players for the Peachtree Ridge have to get in and find some ground balls for the face-off guy, for Quinn Desora.
It's like Quinn with a face-off win,
see,
and scoops the ground ball up. Getting rid of it, having a little trouble, kind of drops it to himself, kicks it back out to the middle. Peachtree Ridge will pick it up.
Chris Dominguez.
All right, Peachtree Ridge with the first possession of the half.
All right, they're going to settle it down and see what happens here. Got Mount Roush back on the field. In a more familiar place, up top.
Stepping down, kicking it back through X, over to Payne. Little backside redodge Jackson, bumping into his guy, kicking it back up top. Sean Connolly kicks it over to Dominguez. Going to dodge downhill righty with a pick. Shot. It goes in, but it's going to be called off.
Oh, they called a moving pick.
Moving screen.
Oh.
It's going to be Mill Creek ball. A little bit of a, we like to call that a mom goal. Hear all the moms start cheering, and it gets called back.
Well, again, I tell you, Dominguez has got the speed. If they just give him a little crease, he can get his hands free and shoot. And he's only a sophomore. He's got 2 more years to play. A lot of sophomores on this team. A couple of freshmen. Brent Norton's a freshman playing. So.
Drawing the flag. Mill Creek tries to skip it through the middle. Clayton Sneathen picks it off. Bailey Williams drawing the flag there.
I think Clayton Bryant got called for a slash on that one, number 38.
Little Nancy, he's using a lot of stick tonight, throwing some pretty big checks, and that one just kind of got him in the head.
I think there's a little frustration too, you know, when it gets to be like this. You're working so hard, and sometimes you're not controlling your stick the way you should.
Mill Creek 1 for 1 on their man-ups tonight. They're swinging the ball around the perimeter. Got 2 guys on the inside. Yeah, they pop one off. Skip that thing through. Peachtree Ridge bats it down, scoops up the ground ball. Azu with the ground ball, he carries it up over the midfield. This could be a big kill for Peachtree Ridge as they try to slow this down a little bit, kill some clock. Carter carrying it to the back corner, gets pushed out of bounds. Mill Creek will get the ball.
Carter Wynn getting up kind of slow.
Whoa, never mind. We got a timeout called right before he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, they snuck a timeout in there. I didn't hear it.
Peachtree Ridge timeout? Or
Yeah, I think Carter had the ball balancing on the end line. They got a timeout in. Good call by the staff over there at Peachtree Ridge. At this point, you do whatever you can to save possessions.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see. So what else is going on in the lacrosse world? The Swarm has a game this Friday night, taking on the Roughnecks. I think they're Calgary
Calgary Roughnecks, yeah.
And for you younger lacrosse kids playing a game, the Miles Thompson and his brother will be putting on a clinic on Saturday, and you can go to the Swarm website and find out all that information. So I'm going to be at the game, the Georgia Swarm game. You're going to be at the game.
I'm going to be at the game.
And your father and I, Scott Hall and I, will be grabbing a check from the Swarm for the Gwinnett Lacrosse League.
All right.
They're going to help. They're going to sponsor the league, help put money towards our scholarship fund, and help us cover a little bit of the all-county banquet.
Just great what they're doing for the sport here, having that Canadian-style box lacrosse here in Georgia is just awesome. Really has never been much of a presence of that sport here in the Southeast, and it's great that they're here now.
I know, yeah, and you also have some players actually helping coach.
Peachtree Ridge, Matt Roush trying to carry versus two guys. Ball
like
tried to get scooped up by Mill Creek. It's flipped up. It's going to be Peachtree Ridge ball.
This is one long minute.
Looks like they just want Matt Roush just to kind of carry it around the perimeter with some pressure. And he kicks it over to Dominguez.
Going Hawk. So we'll see what they do out of this situation.
Yeah, so we are back to 6v6. Sean Connolly with the ball. Passed. Tried to look for Brent right in front of the cage, and it's going to go out of bounds. Mill Creek will pick it up. Launches it across the field. Mill Creek able to handle and
another successful clear for them.
Absolutely. They're doing a very good job of that tonight. Just helps them get even more possessions. Flag down on Peachtree Ridge.
Looks like
34. Daniel Tooley?
Daniel Tooley, maybe?
Or is that number 7?
That might be, that's Matt Wasali. If it's on him, I don't know who it's on, really. It's tough to see sometimes what the refs are doing because they got their back to us because the table is on the other side of the field. So I don't actually see anyone in the box. So I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, they're going to have a...
Oh, yeah, there is someone in the box. So we're a man. PC Ridge is a man down. Nice stop.
Another rip off the pipe.
What did I say? A pipe is a goalie's best friend? I played with an All-American at Hofstra, Dougie Savuto. On fast breaks, he used to knock the goal off the GLE. And they'd stop play. So the referees got wise to him and told him if he does it during the game, he's going to get unsportsmanlike. It worked for a few games.
I used to play with a couple goalies who'd grab the bottom corners and kind of pinch them together a little bit. Anything you could do to kind of...
Yeah, he would pretend he's backing up and knock it off the goal line. All right, they're doing a good job so far, PC Ridge, of killing this man down penalty. Let's see if they can keep him from scoring. Oh,
Mill Creek.
There's an unforced error on the man up for Mill Creek. So now Peachtree Ridge gets the ball.
Peachtree Ridge is going to scoop it and go here.
He better move the ball. He's got 3 guys in front of him.
Kicking it over to Chris Dominguez, who looks like he's just going to punt return. Clear right there, just really use his legs.
Chris is a running back on the Peachtree Ridge football team, and you can tell the way he moves around out there that he does play a little football, so that helps. We're all even. See what they're gonna do with the possession.
Carter Wynn pressured out all the way over to the sideline. Looks like he's caught. He's stuck a little bit. Mill Creek able to get that ball. Move it right off the whistle and get it into their offensive side of the field. It's another clear for Mill Creek. Kendall with a check, knocked loose, but picked right back up by Mill Creek. Shot over the top of the goal. Bailey Williams. Mill Creek dodging around behind the goal. They're looking to just move the ball around right now.
Parker Holstein was doing a nice job behind the goal on that short stick.
Slip through three guys. Mill Creek gets a shot off. It's wide. Peachtree Ridge will back it up. Kendall Shaw picking it up. Start play here off the whistle.
I like the way Parker Holstein was just playing defense. He was being aggressive but maintaining his feet and made that shorty give up the ball.
Dominguez running it down the middle of the field. Unforced turnover. Thrown
Again.
right out of bounds.
Well, 3 minutes left in the third. It's still 12-2.
Oak Creek running it right through the middle of the field. Peachtree Ridge with a chance to capitalize on that turnover. Sean Connolly losing the ball, retains possession. Kicks it down through X as they start to sub some of their guys off the field. Matt Roush dodging Sean Connolly with the ball, stepped down, shot into the dirt, picked up by Carter behind. Passed up, rolling upfield. Peachtree Ridge will come up with it. It's like Matt Wassley's going to take a dodge down the righty alley. Shot a little out of control, saved by Mill Creek, kicked it right upfield.
Well, I'm glad to see that they're taking some shots. I mean, that's the only way you're going to score.
That ball did go down, but Mill Creek quick to pick it up. Going to swing it upfield and just get a touch just in time here.
There's a minute 25 left in the third quarter. Still 12-2. Seems like Peachtree Ridge has settled down and played a lot better defense this quarter.
Reagan Baker dodging down the righty alley, kicking it back to X.
Nice stop by Mark Lovely to intercept that.
And quickly lost. Mill Creek gets it back. Gonna scoop and go right off the sideline. Pass to the middle of the field. In front of the cage.
Nice play by Easer to come out and stop that.
Well, number 6, Bailey Williams with another lefty rocket. They're gonna stick another one here, making it 13-2.
As the clock runs down. We're into a running clock situation now in the second half.
A way to get it off quickly and really just hit top corner there for Bailey Williams as he hits his probably 4th or 5th for the night.
Winding down, 20 seconds left in the half.
Really
in the quarter, I'm sorry, third quarter.
Really tough one for Sneathen to save right there. He's a lefty goalie. Mill Creek wins a face-off. LSN comes down. Number 18, Moses Allen, with a shot quickly before the quarter ends. It's going to go in and count, sending them Mill Creek 14-2.
So that's Moses Allen's second goal of the year on a face-off.
Good ground ball win.
Shoots and scores. I was going to say, just before those two goals, that was a moral victory for Peachtree Ridge. They held them down scoreless for the third quarter, but Mill Creek found a way to get two in the net before the quarter ended. So now we come back in the fourth, and we'll be in a running clock situation.
This Lacrosse Fire TV broadcast is brought to you by Lace Up with Lax, ending homelessness one step at a time. CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. A Joke for Lax, the Andrew Oswald Memorial Fund, and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine, dedicated to all better.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
And we're back here with Lacrosse TV, starting off the fourth quarter. 14-2, Mill Creek leads over Peachtree Ridge. And we got another face-off.
And what would be a moral victory for Peachtree Ridge, just the fact that they only gave up 2 goals in that third quarter to Mill Creek.
There we go. We got Quinn DeZora picking up a ground ball and getting rid of it as Peachtree Ridge gets a possession here.
Quinn's picked up his face-off game a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, it does look like they subbed Andy off, though.
Oh, really? Giving someone else a shot? I didn't catch the number.
Sean Connolly looks like he's going to carry it down, try to get over the top of the goal. Pushed in
That's
the
a
crease,
goal.
and they're going to call it a goal and a flag.
Yes. Conley comes and just runs past his man and puts a, looked like a Canadian shot. The
Yeah, really tries to just
hand.
get top side and just kind of backhand it in there.
Here it is. And then he got jacked up in the back, so a goal and a man up. So we start the fourth quarter with a Peachtree Ridge goal by Sean Conley.
Yeah, so Mill Creek is sending out Brandon Drueck.
Drueck, yeah,
Drueck.
he's about 37% on the year. He's won 11 faceoffs, lost 19. And now he's 112.
Trying to get away from pressure here as he scoops up another ground ball of his own and gets it over to his guy. Good face-off win for Mill Creek.
And now Mill Creek is eating precious penalty seconds off the clock.
Oh, we are all even here. That flag, I guess,
even?
got
They
waved off with the goal.
You're right.
Good hard take around the goal. Shot gonna be, oh, they're gonna say in the crease, I think is the call. And it's gonna go Peachtree Ridge.
Mill Creek guy stepped in the crease while I was chasing that ball. So goes over to Peachtree Ridge.
The Zoo is gonna pick it up. Oh, never mind. Looks like it must have been a penalty because Peachtree Ridge is going to get it on their half of the field.
Pretty clear for the line.
Peachtree Ridge working the ball around. Getting it back up to the top of the field. Matt Roush. Little pick set by Chris Dominguez. Roush going downhill. Looking for that roll back. Nothing there. He shoots. And it is saved by Mill Creek. Tried to aim for a little 5-hole there, and Mill Creek's goalie did not let that one through.
I like the way Roush, though, took it to the hoop. He didn't, back out. He just kept pressing and took a shot. So now I think Mill Creek's content to just play catch for a while.
I try to kill some clock here, looks like, as they just work it around the perimeter, and they're very patient. Ball's down. Mill Creek does scoop it up, but loses it quickly. Yeah, it's Peachtree Ridge. Mark Lovely with ground ball. Pass, another throwaway. Looks like Mill Creek's going to get it back. A little rusty gate check there and a yard sale. That was pretty nice. Scooped up by Peachtree Ridge. They're going to start pushing it forward.
Looks like they're sending on some fresh legs. See what they have offensively now. Pinkstaff and Conley.
Dodging for Max, thrown away. Chris Dominguez able to save it before he goes over the midfield. Gonna push it back through his attackman. Carter flips it over to Payne. Dodging shot, goal.
Payne puts it in.
Coming around the quarter right-handed, able to stick it low, opposite side. Let's take a look at that replay here.
Nothing fancy, right?
Just big, 6'4" body, kind of leaning into his guy, coming around, a little screen shot. Tough for the goalie to see off stick.
The old saying, too little, too late. Still a running clock, 14-4 with 5:51 left. But that's 2 goals, straight goals for Peachtree Ridge in the fourth. Peachtree Ridge not just giving up on it. They're still playing. Quinn DeZora hustling after that one.
Scooping up the ground ball, trying to get it over to his goalie and throwing it right to Mill Creek. They missed, shot off the pipe. Pole picks it up, shot, backed up by Mill Creek.
Excuse me. We're under 5 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
Mill Creek just banging around the perimeter. We'll flip, they get some fresh legs on here. Pass back, can't handle. Mill Creek is going to scoop up their own ground ball here.
Mill Creek intend just to move the ball, not really attacking. Why not? Clock is their friend right now.
Eddie Greco shot over the top of the cage, underhand, send it high.
Shot goes high, Hawks
Backed up by Mill Creek. They swing the ball around a little more. And they're going to send Eddie Greco off and send in a new attackman here. Gets a chance with a touch. Really getting pressured by Clayton. Clayton comes up with a ground ball after his takeaway here. Pushing that ball up the field.
Clayton smelled some fresh meat there coming off the bench. He was probably glad to see Greco leave.
Brenton skips through the middle over to Payne with a solid finish.
Payne Durham, second goal of the fourth quarter, third goal of the game.
Lions goal by number 20, Durham.
So with 3:06 in the fourth, we get into 14-5. Puts the break on the running clock.
Peachtree Ridge with a face-off win. Quinn DeZuara passing it down to Brenton, who will get a touch on the offensive side of the field. Peachtree Ridge working around the perimeter, skipping it into the crease there to Payne. Looks like he's kind of their go-to guy. One-handed shot, missed wide but backed up. They're going to keep possession. A little moving screen.
Nice idea, poor execution.
Yeah, didn't stop his feet.
You gotta get set.
Mill Creek's going to run it right down. Another clear. Just under 2 minutes left. And they're going to call a timeout here.
Mill Creek took a timeout. So it's 14-5 with 1:52 left in the fourth period. We had scoring by Peachtree Ridge, Sean Conley, and Payne Durham scored 2 more goals for Peachtree Ridge, making it a 14-5 contest. So 1:52 left. Not much Peachtree Ridge can do. Just keep fighting.
Just keep fighting and just really try not to give up any more points here. And just any more points might be a little bit demoralizing.
Yeah, maybe score a couple of more goals just to start getting a little more confidence in their offense. Credit Mill Creek, they played well tonight. They hustled on ground balls. They cleared the ball well. They won the majority of faceoffs, and on offense, they moved the ball well when they had their possessions. Coming down the pike for Peachtree Ridge, and it doesn't get any easier. They have Grayson, who comes in at 6-3. They play them Saturday at Peachtree Ridge. Following that, they play Greater Atlanta Christian, who's at 6-1. For Mill Creek, they have coming up Archer, who's 4-6, and West Forsyth, who's 6-4. So, 2 sides of a coin for these teams. Peachtree Ridge has two pretty good teams coming in. Mill Creek has Archer and West Forsyth. So they got their work cut out for them, and we'll see how they finish out. It's interesting this year, before we go to the next thing, the Gwinnett County started off with 2 teams in 2008. GHSA teams, and now we're up to 12, and we have sub-regions, which is kind of unique for us.
Back to the action. Mill Creek is going to get a touch inside the box. Flag is down. A penalty on Peachtree Ridge. Mill Creek will be getting possession back, even if they were to lose it. Yep. Here we go.
What's the old saying? And the rich get richer? Up 14-5. Mill Creek has a man-up opportunity with 1:37 left in the fourth.
This will make it a little easier for them to kill this clock with a man advantage. Make it a little tougher for Peachtree Ridge to press out and really try to get that ball back.
Yeah, they can't even really force them out of the box when they're a man down, so it makes it easier for Mill Creek, who has to keep it in lacrosse. If you're winning at the end of the fourth period, under 2 minutes, you have to keep it inside the box. So we'll see. Basically, they'll just play catch on the perimeter. Glad to run out another minute of the game. And as I say, they won't press out, they press out.
And they're going to leave 22 wide open and throw a little dump on the crease to Eddie Greco with a finish in tight. And like I said,
yeah, he didn't want Bailey Williams going out with all the goals.
Oh.
So that gives Greco 5 for the night, Williams 4.
Quite a bit of points between the two.
And if you look at, if we name the key players, all the key players have contributed tonight. Greco had 5 goals, Bailey Williams had 4, and Jeremy Kahn had 2. And I might be mistaken, maybe, no, I think it's 2. So that's why they are the key players for Mill Creek.
Just about a minute left in play here in the fourth quarter. Mill Creek up 15-5 over Peachtree Ridge. Peachtree Ridge with a face-off win. Ball's pass mishandled a little high over to Brendan, but he gets the ground ball.
Timeout.
I believe Peachtree Ridge got a timeout. So with 44 seconds left in the fourth, it's 15-5.
You know, 44 seconds, maybe not enough time to come back and win, but it sure would be nice for Peachtree Ridge to maybe stick one here, kind of help them as they look forward, move forward towards Archer. You know, it's nice to go out with a...
They're going towards Grayson.
Or Grayson, excuse me.
Yeah.
But just to finish with a goal here and kind of move forward with the offense. And
you know, every week, you know, like I said, I'm on the staff, so I see Peachtree Ridge play a lot. And they fight hard. They work hard. They're a young team. They're growing over time. They opened the season with Lambert. They had Walton and Chattahoochee. So they don't try to shy away from anybody.
yeah, a tough beginning of the season, especially for a team with a little bit of growing pains. Not many seniors, and a lot of young guys, young talent. So it'll be good to get those guys back again for a couple more seasons. Mill Creek with a pretty solid squad all the way around is a tough opponent for them tonight.
Yeah, but when you look at Mill Creek, a couple of senior guys that are big-time scorers for them will be leaving. And one of them is Eddie Greco. The other one is Jeremy Kahn.
And Eddie Greco going to play at Manuel next year.
And one guy we haven't spoken about was Zach Roper, who's out with a stress fracture, who is a...
Shot Peachtree Ridge wide.
Who took that shot?
That was 25, Ryan Salick.
Oh, Ryan Salick's on the field. Good hustling ball player for Peachtree Ridge. He's been kind of bugged with a bad back, but he's he's getting over it and starting to get more playing time.
Pass jammed into the crease for Peachtree Ridge. There's 10 seconds left as Mill Creek kind of carries the ball down. I think they're
content just to run this out.
Oh, or not. It looks like he's going to pull up and, taken away, Peachtree Ridge, and
that's the game, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the buzzer. Gosh, what a beautiful night for lacrosse here with Lacrosse Fire TV. It's always a pleasure.
15-5. I'm going to go back to saying what I was saying earlier. Gwinnett County has 12 teams now. We have 2 subdivisions. In one is Archer, Collins Hill, Grayson, Mill Creek, and Mountain View. And in the other one is Brookwood, Duluth, Meadow Creek, North Gwinnett, Parkview, and Peachtree Ridge. And the way this works is the 2 winners in those subdivisions will cross over, 1 playing 2 in each one, and that's how the playoff will work out moving forward. So the growth of lacrosse in Gwinnett has been really good. We've had a big opportunity. Corey was on one of the first teams that played in Gwinnett County as GHSA sport.
Absolutely, really seen the sport grow in this part of town and seen a lot of new high schools come into the divisions and really start to mix it up.
Right, we have our youth league, Gwinnett Lacrosse League, well over 1,300 kids playing. And it's funny because Mill Creek is in our youth league, and they are one of the biggest. They have some of the larger numbers in the league, and you see how it rolls into their high school program. So every high school in Gwinnett is trying to build their youth program because they know that's their future, and you know, we enjoy what we're seeing in Gwinnett lacrosse. So, Corey, what was your assessment overall for tonight?
Well, like I said, you look at the stats and you see a lot of goals for Mill Creek, but I'm telling you what, I think what really set them ahead was just the amount of possessions, and Andy really dominating at the face-off X today really gave them advantage and a lot more chances to get shots off and just time of possession. That was huge.
That was huge. Well, I'm going to just recap the scoring real quick. We had Colton Eubanks with 1 goal, Eddie Greco with 5 goals, Billy Williams with 4 goals, Moses Allen, a long pole midi, had 1 goal, and Jeremy Kahn had 2, and Noah Miller put in his first goal of the season. And then on the Peachtree Ridge side, we had Chris Dominguez with a goal, Payne Durham with 3 goals, and Sean Conley with a goal. So if I left anyone out, I apologize, but I think we got all the goal scorers. So,
well, that's it for tonight here, Mill Creek versus Peachtree Ridge. It's Lacrosse Fire TV. It's always a pleasure.
Next game will be Lambert versus Centennial at Lambert, I believe. Or, yep, I'm talking to the producer here if you're wondering why I'm stuttering. Yeah, they're gonna be at Lambert. I won't be there. I'll be picking up a big check from the Swarm at halftime for the Gwinnett Lacrosse League. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed the show. We enjoyed the game. 15-5, Mill Creek takes over Peachtree Ridge. And this is Bob Lombardo,
Corey Hall.
And we'll say goodnight from Lacrosse Fire TV. Thank you.